Hey, what's up, people? This your boy Beats Exclusive Charlie back on the block with something that I just discovered from my out and about. Trying to discover new talent, and sometimes I don't really want to refer to anybody as a new talent because obviously they've had their talent for a very long time. But within the ecosystem that we find ourselves, obviously, if you're not on the mainstream yet, quote unquote, you're a new talent. And so today I have with me a special guest all the way from GH, Ghana Stand Up. I'm not sure he lives in Ghana now though, but obviously I'm not going to spill all the tea. I'm going to allow him to tell us exactly where he is and what he's about. And so without saying much, let's go, people. What's up, bro?
I'm good, bro. It's good.
Yeah, man. All is well, all is well, all is well. Good to have you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And thanks for making time to speak with me, bro.
You're welcome.
Right. And so, this is the Artist Pop platform, obviously. You might be very known where you are, but to my audience and myself, you're very new to us. And so, please tell us your name, where you're from, and a little bit of your background.
My name is Edwin Kawa,
Right,
but a stage name Trxpz Wizzy,
right,
Trxpz Wizzy.
right,
And
right,
I was born in a country in West Africa called Sierra Leone. Then I moved to Ghana at the age of 8, and I
right.
lived in Ghana for 10 years before I moved to Canada now for university.
Oh, interesting. So, you've tasted Ghana jollof.
Yeah,
Have you tried Nigerian jollof?
yeah, I've had both.
All right, which one do you think? Be careful what you
Uh,
say.
no, no.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer. Right. Okay. All right. Cool. And so, I came across you through, music and all that. And so, would you say music chose you or you chose music? How would you position yourself?
I'd say music chose me because you have people that love movies, people that love music.
Right.
I'm not a fan of movies, so I just be in my room playing music right from a young age.
Right.
Wanted to rap, wanted to sing.
Right.
Started uh, putting my mind to music like 4 years ago.
Hold
I,
on, don't skip. Hold on, don't rush it. Right, we're gonna get to where you started and where you are now. Okay, so you're saying music chose you within
yeah,
your family. Is there anybody that very active in terms of making music or has any background in music? Mom, dad, brother, anybody that kind of influenced you?
nah, African parents, they want you to go to school, become a lawyer, doctor. They said
Yeah.
my mother owns her business. My dad is in the army, so no one
Oh. R-
music. I
Right.
just
So, okay. So, this one makes it a bit tricky. And so, right. So, parents want you to go to school. You want to be an artist.
yeah.
The dialogue, how do you manage it, or where are you with your parents in terms of you wanting to do music and them wanting you to pursue education?
They're cool with it. They just tell me not to let my music get in the way with the education and vice
Right.
versa.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
I've kind of learned to grow and how to manage my time.
Right.
I
Right.
studio and also went to like do with the academics and all that.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. It's just planning and timing in it. So just
Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. And so, at what age did you discover that this is more than just a passion?
Say at the age of 14.
14,
Yeah.
right? But before 14, did you have any prior experience, making music in school, in church? Were you in any choir? Some most of us we started from the church, and so
Yeah, because I went to a boarding school in Ghana, St.
right,
Peter's Mission School.
right,
And entertainment time, those
right,
Saturdays, uh, I would go on stage, freestyle, like
right,
just rap and stuff like that. I would do ciphers and stuff like that.
yeah.
That was when I decided I noticed that I should follow this thing because I have passion for it.
Right. Okay. That's beautiful. And so, right, you're 14 years. At the age of 14, where were you? In terms of education, where were you?
I would say I just went to JHS 1.
JHS 1. Okay. And so when your mom and dad are thinking, hey, listen, go to school, you're thinking music. And so who encouraged you from your school, or maybe, because I've had friends from school that, kind of said, hey, let's go make music or let's do this in relation to music. And so did you have an influence from school to, want to go do music?
Um, Back then, no.
Yeah.
When I moved to Canada for grade 11 and grade 12,
Yeah.
I was in a boarding school, and most of my friends are Nigerians, and
Oh.
as well. So sometimes we would come back from school, put our
Yeah.
bags, go to like an empty room.
Right.
We'll have like a makeshift studio session there
Right.
with
Right.
like
Right.
order a little mic.
Yeah.
We have audio speakers,
Yeah.
use labs, so we
Yeah.
just be freestyling, making songs and stuff like that.
Right. 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 Okay. And so, when you made your first demo, who did you play it to?
I made my first song. I played it to my brother. I called him into the room and I played it for him. He
Yeah.
was vibing.
Yeah.
Obviously, actual first one, so it wasn't too good. So he told
Yeah.
me what to move on. Then I
Right.
started.
Right, 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 right. Okay, cool. And so, I mean, now you're into music. You're making music. You're going to school. How difficult is it juggling between, education and, passion or, something that makes you happy? Like, where do you strike the balance in terms of, okay, this is time for me to study and this is time for me to go make music?
I mean, it's like you said, it's all about balance.
Yeah.
So I check the my schedule.
Mm,
Let's say if I have maybe one class today,
yeah.
I'll set like a call my producer and make a studio session,
Right.
an hour or 2 hours.
Right.
Go to board, come back. Then
Right.
at night, I forget about music and I'll
Yeah.
focus on reading and doing
Right.
assignments and stuff.
Okay, 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 okay. Right. And so, in terms of music, do you get like any support from your parents, or I mean, how do you go around funding? Because making music is very expensive. A lot of people don't know, but it's not cheap. Shooting them videos, photo shoots. Even when it comes to production, if you don't produce your own music, you get what I'm saying. And so, how do you? Because now you're a student, you're not working. Do you work? Do you do any part-time work?
No,
Exactly. So how are you able to support yourself and the music?
I mean, my parents support me. Anytime, they give me monthly allowance.
Okay.
That I'll
Okay.
now budget it for studio and this. If it's not enough, I'll go meet them and tell them this, and they're always
And
happy to.
oh, so your parents are fully supporting you now.
Yeah,
Okay. I
they
mean,
just
it's
want it to get in the way of the education, but as long
yeah.
as I can balance it, they don't have any issue.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope because I know a lot of artists will wish they're in your position. Okay, and so I mean, in terms of your artist name, sorry, what's the artist name again?
Trxpz Wizzy.
Trxpz Wizzy.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? I mean, my first nickname that I used, one of my friend randomly gave it to me, and he didn't know that I liked it, but I brushed it off, and then eventually I started responding to it, and so it became a thing until I changed it earlier on. But I mean, for you, how did you come about your artist name?
It was in school in
Right,
Ghana. Like I would always listen to rap songs, Ti, Lil Wayne, and all that.
right, right.
And Lil Wayne is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Okay,
So I took that Wheezy.
yeah.
First, my friends were calling me Wheezy B, but I didn't like that. There,
Right, right.
like 2 years ago, when I
Yeah,
was at about it, I switched it off and I changed it to Trxpz Wizzy, and
right.
I something like Trxpz TRA, the standard one.
Yeah, yeah.
I did Trxpz.
Oh, right, 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 right. I mean, that's smart. All right, cool. So now you have an artist name. I mean, do you do you produce your own music, or I mean, you have people that you work with?
For now, I have people that I work with, but I'm in the process of learning how to produce.
Right, right, right. Okay. And so, I mean, in terms of your music, your musical exploits, I mean, how far are you? I mean, are you signed to a record label? I know your parents are, helping you out, but are you in talks with any record label? I mean, in future, are you trying to progress into, becoming a record label artist, or you intend to be independent artist, for the long run?
I just signed with record label like Goldcrest Music.
Right.
They are also looking to. They're like an upcoming distance, so the contract is
Yeah.
not that. It's just they give me freedom on my creation and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they are looking. Their aim is to find African artists, Afrobeat upcoming artists,
Right,
and
right, right,
with them. So
right.
when they get the contract and I read over it, and I tell them, yeah, I'll sign with them. So
Oh,
Gold Crest.
okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. I mean, it's interesting. So I mean, now you're working with a record label, but on a contract. What are some of the things in the contract that made you feel like, okay, this is good enough for me to sign? Because majority of the time when young artists sign contracts when they're young, they don't realize, the depth of what they've signed until, at the latter part of their careers when, they feel like they deserve more, and so it becomes a problem who owns what, and who has done what, all of that, crazy stuff that happens. And so what in the contract that made you feel like, okay, this is fair enough for me to sign?
I mean, it's kind of like they made it. And the contract is like a partnership. It's not
Right.
like they're treating me as a worker or an employee or something.
Yeah.
Give me creative freedom over my music, artworks, everything I want to do. Artists, they
Yeah.
just the only thing they ask for is for me to let them like know
Yeah.
who I to put on this project because they would be the ones to be sponsoring the videos and all that. So they just want to know any move
Okay.
I have creative process, freedom and everything.
Okay. 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 I mean, that's dope then. That's dope then. How long have you been running with them?
I just recently I signed because I've been looking at other people reaching out and their contract wasn't good.
Yeah.
So this one, because I'm in the works of I'm currently working on my EP.
Yeah.
So I figured since they're giving creative process and they're ready to back promotion, marketing and all that,
Yeah.
uh the EP I should sign with them.
Okay. All right. Cool. 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 And how long did you sign with them for?
It's a 2-year contract.
Okay. Do they get to own your masters, or you own your own stuff?
I get to own 35% of the masters for like 3 years after I leave the label. Then I get full control over it.
Okay, okay, okay. I mean, just to help them recoup their money back. All right,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, that's fair. Once you understand the nitty gritty of whatever is in the contract, you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists, even the big major label artists, are struggling a lot these days with bad contracts they signed when they were younger. Because they're trying to eat when they're young, and so they're not really reading the contracts properly. So I mean, that's dope. That's dope. And so I mean, how many projects do you have out there right now? To your credits, how many projects have you released before signing on to the label?
Two.
Two singles or albums or EPs?
Two singles. Cause like I said, I didn't take it seriously. I was just doing freestyle and ciphers in school.
Oh, okay.
So it was when I came to Canada and I realized that
There's
because
opportunity.
people don't use like Spotify and those things. They download from
Yeah.
this thing. So I didn't even know that part.
Right.
Spotify, listen and all that shit. But
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
when I came here, then
Yeah.
I learned about DistroKid, how to distribute your songs and all that.
Right. Right.
I made
Right.
my first song. My first song was released in September
Right.
last year, and my
Right.
second song, my current song,
Right.
was released last week Friday.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I mean that's fair. You're still like baby steps, isn't
Yeah.
it? Baby steps, baby steps. Okay, and so I mean, in terms of right now where you find yourself, and what are your projections? I mean, because now you're signed onto a label, they're ready to support you and all of that. In return, you as an artist, how prepared are you to make sure that you're going to be able to help the label to recoup their money? Because that's where most of the problem starts from, when they are not getting any financial gains from investing in you. And so besides what they are ready to do for you, what are some of the things that you are ready to do for yourself to make sure that at the end of the 2 years you're not owing them? Did they give you any upfront money?
Nah, that was also something we discussed because the music. I'll try my best. That's what I told them.
Yeah.
I try to make good songs that people can bop to and all that.
Yeah.
But they also have to do their part with the promotion
Right.
because the way I see the industry is like artists do like 20%
Yeah.
of works, just sing, make the song, and the label, the promotion and the marketing is the main issue.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I told them. Like, don't give me any advance.
Yeah.
As long as you like putting that money into like the promotion, make sure it goes to the top, make sure it
Right.
reaches.
Right.
And I don't want a situation whereby, God forbid, the none of the music hits,
Yeah.
then I would be left with a debt to pay and out. So
I
I made
mean,
tell
yeah.
them, let's do it this way, not the
Yeah.
tradition.
Okay, I mean that is a smart decision because a lot of artists will jump to the check first before they say hello, and by the time they realize they'll be drowning and they'll be shouting help. Okay, so I mean, if you didn't take no upfront money, then obviously nobody owes anybody until they do their part of the bargain. You don't really owe them anything, and so that is really good. What are some of your inspirations? What are some of the things that makes you want to wake up and do music? I mean, some people do music because they come from a very humble beginning, and so they see music as their only way to break through in life. I mean, aside it being a passion, other people have other reasons why music has to work for them. And so what are your inspirations and motivations to want to pursue music?
I take motivations from everywhere, like life in general,
Mm,
because everything around you is happens for a reason.
yeah.
My music depends on the mood I'm in.
Mm, 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 mm.
For my first song, it was an R&B because I
Yeah.
was in a dark place, coming out from a dark place at that time.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I use music as a way to express my feelings, and to
Mm.
way like I use music as my therapy.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah, so whatever mood I'm in, I just write it down, go into the
Mm.
booth, express myself, and I feel better.
Right, right, right. And you just mentioned, um, your first single, was you were addressing something in regards to a very dark time, and so I mean, do you mind elaborating a bit on whatever the situation? I mean, if it's incriminating, don't touch on it.
I,
But I mean, if it's just our normal mood swing and not feeling like you're where you want to be and all of that, then we can have a conversation about it.
yeah, like normally it's just I was coming out from a very messy relationship.
Okay.
So
Right.
like I kind of put everything that happened to me during that relationship, how things were to where things went to,
Right. Right.
kind of
Right. Right.
everything around in my head, and it was
Yeah.
just I just wrote it down, went to the studio and did my thing.
Okay. Who messed up in the relationship? You or her? I mean, are you fully recovered from that experience though? Would you say?
But yeah, I'm fully recovered. I'm in a new relationship right now, a very happy one, healthy one. So,
Good. Good. And so, I mean, let's backtrack slightly to the old one. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, give you sleepless night, but I would just want to know because there's always two sides to the story, and so on your side of the story, who would you say messed up the whole vibe?
I would say it was a 50-50 side. It was even because I wouldn't even blame her because she worked and she went to school at the same time. So
Okay.
that time to spend time together was very rare.
Oh, right, right,
So
right.
like we kind of grew apart because of attention. And as a man back then, like I had this mentality that if I can't, like, I need to have someone by my side.
Right.
Stepped out a little bit.
It is what it is. We listen, we don't judge.
Yeah,
All right, cool. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, listen, experience will always teach you better. Now and so obviously moving forwards and you finding somebody new, I hope you don't go back to back track. You get
and
what I'm saying? And so, I mean, just stay focused. Now you have some kind of a lot of responsibilities on your hands in regards to signing a new deal with a new label. Making sure that you're going to produce the type of music that is going to make both parties happy. You have a very responsible partner by your side. Your parents are looking at you like, hey, don't mess up our money. So, that is a lot of responsibility. If I was you, I would try to cut away a lot of things that is going to make me, spend unnecessary times elsewhere and, try to really fully invest in what I'm doing. And so, I mean, in terms of music, what are your favorite music genres? Like what type of music styles are you really into? What kind of music would you resort to if you're feeling emotional? Because some people will sing a full R&B album when they're emotional. Some people, when they're excited, Afrobeat, hip hop. Some people when they are feeling freaky, dancehall. And so what are the genres that gets you going?
I'd say as an African Afrobeat,
Right.
like Burna Boy, Davido,
Right.
Whiskey.
Okay, that
Or
type of sound.
then coming to the hip hop part, like the lyricism, like Lil Wayne,
Mm,
Kendrick,
right.
the bars, Snoop Dogg, and all those people. Like that's
Mm-mm-mm.
it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I mean, that's sweet. What is your go-to style of music? I mean, you've said Afrobeat. There's different types of Afrobeat. You know, I mean, Africa is really huge. People, a lot of the Westerners, they don't really understand the you know the magnitude of Africa and the type of music that exists in that continent. And so, I mean, with your experience within two countries in Africa before your you know your current place where you are now, you know, what are some of the music influences when it comes to Afrobeat?
Uh, with the Afrobeat genre, I would say one of the main influences in Ghana is Stonebwoy.
Okay, okay, the
How
Stormwater.
he interprets dancehall and reggae into the Afrobeat vibe,
Right,
and so that's kind of like who I'm looking up to,
right, right,
and
right, right.
picks it up, and it's just Africa has a beautiful sound and it's
Yeah,
very big. Like I was saying, Africa is very vast,
yeah.
so different sounds from different places and all that, and I try to incorporate
Mm,
at
mm, mm.
one or two of those sounds in every music that I do.
Right, right, right. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. I mean, have you do you aspire to do any collaborations with any major label artists or major artists? You know, do
Well,
you,
yeah, sure. Stonebwoy, like I said.
right?
Then maybe in the Western world,
Mm,
I'm in Canada, obviously. So Drake.
right. That is a long shot. You need
That
to
is a,
work. Yeah,
but
you need to work hard, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, but listen, it's not impossible with the internet. You know, you can get lucky any day, but you need to
yeah,
put in the work.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I'd also been listening to a lot of Diamond Platinums from Tanzania.
Yeah. Dope
Those,
artist. Dope artist.
those
Okay.
three.
All right. Cool. So if I say to you right now, give me your go-to everyday listen to artist top five Afro beats. Who is on the list?
There's definitely Burna Boy.
Right.
There is this what's his name? Ruga.
Ruga. Good. Okay.
Then Stonebwoy.
Okay. Stone definitely.
Sak, King
Okay.
Sak.
Okay. Burna
Then
Boy, Ruga, Stone, Sack four. One more. Who?
Davido.
Davido. Okay, all right, five. Okay, when it comes to the West, you know, you've mentioned a lot of rappers that inspire you. Your top five go to, Western, musicians. I wouldn't say rappers because there might be other people that you like that you haven't mentioned yet. And so, give us your top five, when it comes to the West,
Kendrick,
Okay,
Lil Wayne.
okay. I mean, you took his name. If he's not on the list, then that would be a problem. Okay, all right, let's go.
There's this new artist called Friday.
Friday, yeah, I've heard him. He has a song with
Make Me.
Tenny.
Yeah, he has a song with Tenny and his recent song with Make Me Proud of Me. That one
Oh,
too
is
is
it? Okay, 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 okay. Good, 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 good. All right.
then I would put there's this country artist called Shabuzi.
Okay, okay,
Then I would now top it up with maybe Sexy Red.
okay. Sexy Red. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, all right, cool. And so, I mean, so far so good. I feel like you are in a very good place in your life right now. I mean, I don't know if you've had any, really, down times in terms of family life or you growing up. Has your mom and dad always been in a better position, to be able to support you throughout, you growing up and all that?
Yeah, thank God for that. Fortunately, they've always been in a better position to make sure they support all their kids and all that.
Right, 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 right. Okay, I mean that's good. Bless them. All right, cool. And so, I feel like we've touched on everything. We've touched on everything, and so, let people know, what they should expect from you, and what you're bringing to the table, and if you're bringing Africa with you, or you're just trying to, take yourself to the world, and all that. Let people know what going.
Welcome, my people. It's Trxpz Wizzy here. Currently working on an EP that speaks about my life. It's titled Truth. It's about my experience from childhood and how I became who I am today.
Mm,
Everything don't
mm,
be explained on that EP,
mm,
and it's my first big project. So come on, there's going to be African spice in it.
mm.
be a little bit of Western parts,
Right.
reggae,
Right.
then a little bit of rap, R&B. It's just a combination. I'm not the type of artist to stick to one genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
my
feel.
friends would tell me like I'm normal artist
Yeah.
because I just feel like every genre, as long
Yeah.
as it sends a message and it's good, you
Right.
do it.
Right. Right.
Don't be
Right.
fun.
Okay, 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 okay. Hey, listen, bro, it's been lovely speaking to you. I mean, I feel like you're very chilled and laid back. And so I've met artists like you, chill, laid back. They don't say a lot. They make the music, do the talking and all of that. And so definitely it will be exciting to see what, you come up with. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, make sure that you always remember that, you're bringing the continent with you, because that is your identity. You get what I'm saying? A lot of artists get, they get it mixed up when they start mixing up with, artists from the other side, and, they try to, not claim us anymore. So please make sure that you're bringing the continent with you. I mean, how can people find you and your music?
You can find me on Instagram at
Mm,
Trxpz Wizzy,
mm,
TRXPZ_Wizzy.
mm.
Find me on all musical platforms at Trxpz Wizzy, the same TRXPZ
Okay, 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 okay. All right, cool. It's been amazing talking to you. Hey, listen, people, this is Trxpz Wizzy, yeah? Hey, yes, I remember. Nobody lives here without giving us a freestyle. Nobody lives here without giving us a freestyle. I mean, obviously, I've heard your music. I know what you sound like. But to the people that, that will watch you for the first time, they need to hear, what I am talking about, or what I am presenting to them. And so if you don't mind, any of your music, whether released or unreleased, just give us a freestyle of your anything that you have for us. Take your time.
Released or unreleased?
Any.
All right.
But I mean, I would say do the released one, so that, because I'll put it down on the video so people would go
All
and
right.
stream it. So
Raised in the jungle where lions know they sleep. Focus on the game now, niggas couldn't eat. Trapped in the game now, I'm playing for the keeps. See my nigga down when the pain runs deep. They don't understand what his life really costs. Lost many homies, now my soul feels lost. Drill mode, stay low, keep the Glock tucked. Moving in silence, I ain't never been stuck. Came out of the jungle, now I'm strutting like a lion. Everybody like my style, man, I'm Zion. I don't play this king shit. I'm Daniel. I'm wiser than all the people. Damn, Solomon. I'm coming out with a reach and I'm loaded on. Everybody come around when I'm loaded on. I don't even play no game. This is a freestyle. I just even understand what I'm saying. It's my life. It's my style. My life.
good. Yo, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, man. Listen, people, this is Trxpz Wizzy. He's just giving you a dope freestyle of one. What's the title of the single that you just freestyled?
Psycho.
Psycho. Where
Yeah.
can people find it?
Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music.
Do
You
you
can
have a
even
Do you have a video to it? Do you have a video to it?
Nah, that's in the works with the label trying to shoot videos. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. And so, people, this is Trxpz Wizzy. He's got music coming, freshly signed onto a label, expecting big things from him, but no pressure. Take your time. Make sure you're bringing quality, not quantity. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a single out on all platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, wherever you stream your music from. He's got a single titled Psycho. Listen, please, let's support the new artists. This is why I'm on here. I'm trying to bring them to your attention. All right, people, so this is Trxpz Wizzy. Bro, listen, big up yourself. Thank you for coming onto my platform. It's been a pleasure. Do you want to shout your social media handles again?
Social media, you can find me on Instagram at Trxpz_Wizzy, TRXPZ_WIZZY. And
Okay.
music out on all platforms.
Yeah.
Tap in, follow, big things
Uh,
coming.
All right, cool. Listen, people, this is Trxpz Wizzy. I can't stop mentioning his name because the name is very easy to remember. And so, listen, go check out his music. He's got two singles so far, right?
Yeah.
Right, he's got two singles so far on all platforms. He's got an album coming up. Do you have a title for the album yet? Or,
Truth.
yeah?
Truth. I'm telling my truth to
Truth.
the people.
Right. So, listen, I've got a song titled Truth. you know. So I know how it feels when you want to bear all your truth on, you know, on records. And so I am anticipating this one. I hope you bring it. Let's review it before, you know, it goes out. But it is what it is. If not, we'll still bump to it. And so people, let's support him. Let's help the artists grow. Let's help the artists develop. Let's help the artists, you know, get to where they're trying to go. Because at the end of the day, wherever they step to, they go with this identity. And we need this identity everywhere. We need it everywhere. And so big up yourself. Shout outs to you for coming. You know, do you have any friends, you know, families, you know, peoples that you want to, you know, give credits to or shout them out?
Friends, family, um, that there are a lot. I'm thinking of who's not going to be pissed off if I don't shout them out. But first
Uh,
of all, I like to shout out God for
yeah.
doing his thing. Then
Mm,
my parents,
right.
my family.
Right.
Then shout out my friends, Counter,
Right.
Whisper T,
Right.
Haroon,
Right. Right.
Aman,
Okay.
Reem. Shout out the
Okay.
record label Goldcrest.
Right. Hey, listen, good, Chris. Thank you for holding our boy down. You better make sure he gets to the, you know, the top hundreds and top, you know, top tens and all of that. You put in the work. He's worth it. And so, people, this your boy Beat Exclusives in the building. This is the Artist Pop. If you're an artist and you want to be on this platform, just link me on all socials, you know. But first and foremost, I need to hear your music because this is how you get on here. I have to fall in love with the content that I'm very passionate about first before I can bring you onto my platform. And so it will be a pleasure to see you any day, anytime. Trxpz Wizzy, keep doing your thing. Stay
Yes.
amazing. Stay out of trouble. You know, this skin, it gets us in trouble a lot. Don't be
Yeah.
the one to, you know, bring trouble upon yourself. You have a very gifted soul. And so guide it and protect your energy and keep, you know, keep being creative. Keep being creative. Yeah. All right. I'll
Yeah.
catch you on the other side. People, this your boy Beat Exclusives. If this is your first time coming across my platform, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are always in the business of bringing you something refreshing and new to your doorstep. Big up. Catch you on the next one. Let's go, people.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.